Hey, thanks for listening to Middle Aged and Mediocre. We are once again joined by Rip It Energy, tribute to the troops, Cherry Lime.
USA.
All the sugar you could handle, and way, way more.
I opened it and put extra sugar in it, and then I closed it back.
Thanks, Rip It, for not officially being a sponsor.
It's like liquid cotton candy.
But I'd say we've talked about you twice on this podcast.
Yeah, we should be sponsored.
We should be sponsored by
They're probably out of
Rip It.
business, though. If you're buying them at Dollar Tree, they're probably gone out of business like 4 years ago.
Probably. All right, so I'm Cash.
They're liquidating it. Oh, I'm Joel.
You're Joel.
Yep.
I think we're gonna have to start recording every 2 to 3 weeks if you're gonna bring me one of these, because I can't be doing this much sugar.
Man up. Oof. Man up, Briscoe.
I want to throw up. So we got a little bit of a story today, which is still big in the news.
Yeah, it's ongoing.
It's definitely ongoing. We have a little bit of info about it, like the same info that is the only info that's really out there. But we're going to talk about the three.
I've already solved it.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
We'll get to that.
Okay, yeah, I know we will.
Okay, we're gonna end up talking about the three guys found frozen in their friend's backyard in
They're
Kansas
the three
City.
best friends.
Three best friends
that anyone could have.
What's that from?
Hangover.
Hangover, yeah. Before that though, we got AFC NFC Conference Championship games tomorrow. The Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs playing for the AFC Championship.
The police called me and they said I'm not allowed to make predictions anymore. I'm so bad.
I didn't do very.
Yeah.
I think we both went 1-5.
I don't know. I know I'm not good.
Yeah, we did bad last week.
It's like the George Costanza. I just do like the opposite of whatever I think.
But see, then I thought about that too because so there's a app you can download called Action, like it's for betting. But if you're my other friend Joel, the little Joel, he makes most of his.
You hear that, little Joel?
Yeah, he's a little.
If you're listening, you're a little fella.
Little guy. He makes quite a bit of his money off sports gambling. And if he
put his business all the way out,
he uses Action, and if you're friends with people, you can see their bets and stuff. So he was he had me sign up for it because he's you can just kind of see what I'm doing. So he had been up so much, he was winning and winning, and then immediately when I started doing the same bets as him, he just crashed and burned. So eventually I had to be I'm not going to do your bets anymore. I'm sorry. But then I started
cashed out.
So then I started thinking okay, well what if I would if I would tell you, hey, here's what to bet, and I bet it.
Mm-hmm.
So I lose say $10, but then you bet the exact opposite and bet whatever. You should technically win.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to lose for sure.
More than likely.
But then maybe since my luck's so bad, somehow the games figure out a way to not.
Yeah, my luck's bad. So, that's when all the planes just crash midair.
That's just when all the sports quit happening.
Yep.
No, last night I went 7-3 on straight bets.
NBA?
Yeah, all NBA.
Yeah. I was I missed 10 football games last night.
So 7-3 on NBA games.
Luka dropping 73.
And then everybody's been dropping huge numbers.
Yeah. Booker had 60.
Booker had 60 something. Embiid put up
70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
ain't no defense. Back in my day,
we were throwing
an
elbows.
old thing called defense keep you out of the paint. You wouldn't be scoring.
Well, now people shoot threes the whole game, and it's a different day. Joe.
Yep, it's different from our day.
So I see you're not cursing the Bulls by wearing.
Well, they're not having the best season.
You really killed the Browns, but
yeah.
Thanks. You're welcome. So, in the AFC Championship game, not the Browns, the Ravens are going to be welcoming in the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. Chiefs have made it to the Super Bowl 3 times in the previous 4 seasons. Lamar Jackson pretty much going to be getting his second MVP award, I think. Mm-hmm. They looked absolutely unstoppable against the Texans. It just looked like a different game. The Texans look so good against the Browns.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of young teams do that, though. They have a really good game, and then next one, they have that come down.
It just looked like a totally different.
Yeah.
Like the Ravens were just
Texans couldn't really move the ball very much.
Couldn't do anything.
No.
So I always doubt the Ravens, though. I always do. I just always think the Ravens are that team that, like...
Well, they used to be the Browns.
Yeah, I know. So
there's like
lingering stink.
Yeah, they got that stench on them.
No, I always just
they've
think...
already won a Super Bowl since they left Cleveland. But.
Ravens are always good, but Ravens always, like, they always just can't seem to kind of get there, but... I'd say this year's their best shot. Over on the NFC side, we got the...
Are you saying their window is closing? That's just my least favorite sports.
The window is closing. This is going to be it.
Well, when God closes the window...
Even though they'll get, like, new trades and draft picks and stuff and build a new team. So then in the NFC, the Detroit Lions still just...
First time since 91?
Doing their thing. Yeah. Since 92.
92.
Since 92. I think they're the only game I picked right last week.
Oh, yeah.
Was the Lions game.
I picked the Buccaneers on that one.
Yeah.
I don't even know the one I got right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. You got...
I'm looking forward to today and tomorrow. The past is behind us.
Yeah, because you went with Ravens, though, I think, right? You didn't go with Texans.
I think I did go with Texans.
Did you?
Yeah, I can't go for the Ravens.
So we were both on Texans. I was on the Bills. Were you on the Chiefs?
Yes.
That's the one you got right then, I think.
No, I think I may have been Bills, too. I forgot my book.
Then I was on the Lions. You were on the Bucks. I was on the Packers, and you, I think, were on the 49ers then.
Yes, I was on the 49ers.
So the 49ers is the one you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got the 49ers. I got the Lions. We both lost the AFC games.
Oh, 1992 is when Jump came out. Crisscross.
Oh.
Hey,
there's a Milli Vanilli documentary out on Max that I thought about, almost watched.
Yeah.
So I was just, and because it's like it's a redemption story for them. It shows them and they're talking about like how like it was ruined their lives.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like that would be pretty interesting.
I was big into Milli Vanilli.
Check that out and talk about old Milli Vanilli. That's what we've been doing this whole time. We just have two other people. We pretend to be the guys talking.
Oh yeah, I haven't. Yeah.
Never actually said a word on this podcast.
Yep.
So,
Steve Carino the whole time.
Who do you got in the AFC? Chiefs and Ravens.
I'm about to get Chiefs. I think they looked really good against Buffalo in Buffalo, and I just think that all their experience is gonna help them beat the Ravens.
And they got a possible shirtless Jason Kelsey hanging around.
Yeah, that's always a plus.
Doing his best Burt Kreischer.
I
I'm
know.
going with the Chiefs, too.
Taylor Swift's going to get jealous and pop her shirt off. Yeah. She's like, people aren't looking at me!
Would you see Natasha Leggero did a stand-up set topless? Because she was like, it was the same, I think it was the same Maybe show Burt was on.
Oh, really?
But she was like, it's bullshit that only the guys are allowed to be up there.
I've seen where, like, Tig's done that, but she's had, like, breast
Tig's
cancer surgery, so I think that's why she did hers.
Yeah, Leggero did hers like a night or two ago.
Oh, nice.
But
good for her.
Yeah. So, that was definitely Jason Kelsey was giving me Burt Kreischer.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But he seems like he's a fun dude to hang out with.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I've seen some highlights of their podcast.
I just started...
He's definitely the funnier of the two
I listened
brothers.
to a few of the episodes yesterday while I was at work. Okay, so we're both on the Chiefs for this, and then the NFC Lions and 49ers in San Francisco.
Ooh-wee. I'm going to go Lions. I'm going to go both road teams.
I'm going Lions, too.
I want to see it.
I think we're going to be completely wrong, and I think we're going to get Ravens and 49ers, but I want to see the Lions. I want to see the Lions either. I really don't care, Ravens and Chiefs.
Yeah.
I just want the Lions to make the Super Bowl.
Sure.
And then would love to see them win it, but yeah.
They can bite all the ankles off.
All the ankles. So,
the ankles will be safe.
Well, we're both on the Lions and the Chiefs for this. We still have that. See how that goes.
Sorry, Lions and Chiefs.
Sorry, guys. We just doomed you. Now, what if you were going by the spread? Would you seems pretty likely it's going to be the Ravens 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You just go by, whatever. But would you take...
That's the script that got leaked.
The script. Would you take the Chiefs at plus 3.5 to cover plus 3.5? So it means they can't lose by more than...
Okay, so you're saying... What?
Basically, they can't lose by more than 3.
The Chiefs can't.
Yeah.
So if Ravens win, then they're only going to win by...
So if the Ravens win by 1, 2, or 3, the Chiefs cover.
I think the Chiefs will win by a touchdown.
So Okay.
So I don't know what that means.
I was just saying, like, if the Ravens won.
Yeah, okay. So if the
Like,
Ravens
do you think
did
the Chiefs
win,
could cover keep it within 3?
No, I think if the Ravens win, it'll be
It's
bigger.
going to be,
yeah.
okay. And
If
then
the game goes that way.
the same with the Lions and 49ers. Assuming the 49ers would win, do you think the Lions can keep it within 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I would go, yeah. If
Jared Goff's playing really good.
I don't know if I'd put money on Chiefs and Lions money line. I'm not that confident. But I would take the spread in both, and them covering the spread in both.
Peanut butter spreads.
I do have a bet on Lamar Jackson, a parlay, as the first touchdown scorer, an anytime touchdown scorer, and to score 2 touchdowns in that game.
All right.
So
Yeah, Ravens.
all 3 together.
He's a scrambly little fellow.
He is. So, well, we'll see how that goes, and then we'll be back. We'll talk about it.
That's why they play the game.
Get out there and play the games, guys. And then we got today. We're recording this on a Saturday. We have the Royal Rumble coming up.
The Royal Rumble
Starts at 8, I assume.
I think it starts. It's starting now. No. It's not WrestleMania.
I'm glad they quit. Yeah, I guess WrestleMania still does that, but I hate that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure the pre-show probably starts at 7. But yeah, I think the show starts at 8. I'm looking forward to it. I love the Rumble.
Only got 4 matches.
Really?
Yep. You got the Women's Royal Rumble match. Roman Reigns going defending his title against Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight in a fatal 4-way.
Fatal 4. Someone's going to die?
Reigns doesn't even have to be pinned.
Wow.
Logan Paul defends the United States Championship against Kevin Owens.
Oh, okay.
And then the men's 30-man.
So I wonder if Owens will
Rumble
still be
match.
in the Rumble then. A lot of times they do double duty.
They do it.
They do.
Right now, the men's Rumble.
I don't think he needs to be in it because they're not going to have him win it. So, I mean, but I still think he can come up with a couple good spots. Kevin Owens.
Oh, yeah.
I just love Kevin Owens.
Only 17 of the 30 entrants have been announced for the men's Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes,
I got
Punk,
to go. I'm one of them. This hasn't been announced.
Nakamura, Lashley, McIntyre, Gunther, Chad Gable, Otis, Tozawa, Kingston, Damian Priest, Santos Escobar, R-Truth, Carlito, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Jimmy Uso. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that Rhodes or Punk's going to win.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, McIntyre. I think it's going to be Rhodes or Punk. But Gunther, too. I could see Gunther winning it.
In the Women's Rumble, 10 out of the 30 have been announced. Bayley, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Bianca, Maxine Dupree, Ivy Nile, Alba Fire, Shotzi, Zelina Vega, and Mishin.
Yeah, from Damage Control.
Yeah. I'm going with CM Punk to win the Rumble.
You think Punk will win it?
I think Punk's going to win it.
I'm going to go with Gunther.
That promo between him and Seth made me definitely want to see that.
That'd be good.
I'd like to see Gunther win. I love Gunther. And then the women's, I'm going with who's the champs right now? Who are the women's?
I don't watch it enough.
I don't either. I'm going to go with Bayley.
Okay, I think Rhea, of course, is one of the champs. And then who is the
Asuka?
No, she just won the tag title.
Mm.
So it's ever beat Asuka because I think she was the champ before whoever
I do have
took it from her.
So
did you say Bayley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Becky.
I'm going Bayley. Rhea Ripley is the women's world champion.
Yeah.
And then the WWE women's champion is currently Io Sky.
Okay.
So Io and Rhea are the 2 current champions. I could see Bayley because I think she's kind of turning face. So
Damage Control seems to have all the belts in. They had the tag belt, and Io Sky has the women's title. So,
and I think the whole storyline is like Asuka's basically taking over Bayley's spot.
Yeah.
So Bayley's kind of turning face. So I can see her winning, challenging Io, and then leaving Becky and Rhea.
Yeah.
Rhea. Who'd you pick for the winner?
Becky.
Okay. And then I figure Reigns keeps the belt. That way we get Reigns and Cody or Reigns and Punk or something.
Yeah, I don't know because I think they're building for a Reigns Rock match, and I agree with the people who say the belt doesn't need to be
they don't need the
involved
belt
for that. and it's a 4-way, so I can see someone else getting pinned, and then that way he can still, he can go on about how he should be champion because he's never been pinned. And
Well, do you think LA Knight,
no, I don't.
AJ?
I hope not.
Randy Orton?
Orton, I think. If I had to pick all those three, I like how AJ. I don't know why, but he's wrestling in jeans. He's like a different AJ.
Yeah, I'd go with Orton. I think Raymond.
Yeah, I think
Raymond
Roman probably will retain, but if anyone wins it off him, I'd say Orton.
Yeah, and then
I think like a Punk Orton match or Orton Rhodes. Orton wins the belt there. Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble, and then that could be like a good
Orton and Rhodes would be
program.
good.
Yeah.
Then Logan Paul and Kevin Owens. I'm going to go with Logan Paul.
Yeah, I don't think they'll take the belt off him quite yet.
Yeah. So I do love the Rumble though. It's my favorite of every year.
Yeah.
It's the one pay-per-view that I try to make sure I watch. You see, they're going to Netflix.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
That's
Which hopefully that means that it's going to be way better than the Peacock Network. Like, I hate the Peacock Network's layout for WWE stuff. It's so hard to find anything.
Yeah.
The WWE Network was awesome.
Well, is that all of it going to Netflix or just Raw?
Or just Raw? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought
maybe just Raw.
Yeah, and then like the rest will still be on Peacock.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I should probably research things. Then we had the Vince McMahon news come out, which is just
Awful.
disgusting.
Horrible.
He was basically paying hush
But
money.
not surprising.
Not surprising.
Not
at all.
surprising at
Not
all.
even a little bit.
This is like the tip of the gross.
I mean,
iceberg.
like you were saying, if you just go back and watch,
Yeah.
like him on TV, like he just tells you exactly who he is. Like,
He doesn't show
He
a lot
grades
of
women.
respect for the women.
yeah, but apparently he was paying hush money to a lady that she came in as an intern, was
After her parents died.
was almost immediately promoted to like VP of Talent Relations. But then Vince was basically like, he was using her
Allegedly. Passing around videos.
And stuff, letting other guys take runs at her.
Yeah.
It was all gross. But she signed an NDA, but then somebody within the company leaked her name. And that means they basically broke the NDA. So that's when she was like,
I was wondering how all that worked.
Yeah, she was like, okay, well,
I'm
fuck
glad.
it.
I mean, come forward. And
So he is out of WWE and TKO now.
good.
He has
Again.
resigned. Yeah, so
Again.
he'll probably be there tonight.
Yeah.
He'll probably come out tonight.
Come up, open the show. People will cheer.
People will love it. Yeah.
I'm excited to see like the signs on Dynamite this week because they're gonna take all the signs at the Rumble that are anti-Vince or anything like that. But
Tony Khan's gonna be like spending all weekend coked out of his mind, right? Allegedly,
yeah,
writing the signs to hand out to people.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony, AEW, I cannot. I'm so out on it right now. Everything about it just seems boring, and
It's pretty much all of wrestling for me. There's times where I'm into it and I kind of go away and
I can't.
I still like try to read highlights and results, but
pretty much the same here. I've been watching the first 20 minutes of almost every wrestling show. I watch about 20 minutes, and then I'm like, there's got to be something on YouTube to watch.
there's something else here.
So.
And Mondays is usually when the Kill Tony comes out, so I'll like start with Raw, but then I'll go to Kill Tony.
Do they show that? So Kill Tony is like the show where they have comedians come up,
Draw names out of a hat.
So do they show that? Like, is it a live feed of it, or is it just
no? I don't.
recorded?
It's pre-recorded. I don't think they show it live.
But they show the whole thing.
Yeah,
You can get I've never. Okay. Because I've always just seen clips.
it's decent. I fast forward through some. I mean, he can be pretty mean to some people, but I mean, people
I
sign
saw
up
like the
for
clip
it.
of like the guy that he looks like he's like
Heath Cortez.
10 or 12.
Yeah. He was
Funny
a
as hell
bucket pool.
though.
Yeah, he was a bucket pool. I mean, there's people like Hans Kim was a guy that was a bucket pool, and now he starts every single show with the Fresh Minute. And
Oh wow.
there's like other guys that it's changed a lot of people's lives.
There's the one dude that I forget what he calls himself, like the New Orleans or like the Creole.
Yeah, he ends every show. William Montgomery.
He ends every show.
Yeah, and when he's in town,
Because he's
in
just like
Austin.
so fast paced and like
He
frenetic
yells,
energy and stuff.
yeah, red
he's
hair.
amazing.
He always has this sheet where he like reads it off the sheet too and stuff.
He's hilarious.
His interviews are better than his sets.
Has he been on? Like, I need to find some.
Same thing, yeah. So he's like the only. He's in the Kill Tony Hall of Fame. He's like been interviewed the most. They've had his parents on there. It's like because each episode he has different comedians like as a co-host with them.
Yeah.
And like the most recent one that just dropped, it was filmed December 30th, and has Adam Ray as Dr. Phil because he was on earlier in the year as Dr. Phil and just killed it.
Yeah, I need to start. I wonder if that dude's on a episode of Theo Von's podcast because those two together. What's
Adam Ray and Theo Von?
No.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
No, the Creole guy.
William Montgomery. I don't know
because I feel
he
like
has his own podcast.
I feel like those two together would be like a fever dream. Speaking of dreams, before we get into the story, I did want to talk about weird dream stuff that's been going on.
Uh-huh.
So I posted a video.
I saw it.
About.
Can't wait for you to mention me.
Well, I
was hoping I got shot in your dream or something. You're like, I was there with a bunch of friends.
You show up in my next two.
All right.
No, that one though. So I had been made aware of a thing that it's been going around where if you ask a character in a dream what for the date and time,
a character,
like they won't be able to, like they freak out, their attitude changes, like things happen. So the night I found out, like as I was falling asleep, I just kind of kept like in my head repeating date and time. So then the dream, like we were all in like a campground school type thing, and there was like a guy shooting into the windows.
A pew-pewer.
You can't say shooting on TikTok. I gotta stay.
I like that. It made me laugh every time.
I gotta keep those community guidelines. But then in the dream, like while I was dreaming, I remember there was always like another guy with the shooter. Ended up though, like
kind of like the passenger. That's what the passenger is.
So ended up.
We talk about that off air.
The shooter got shot, and then like the guy that had been with him like was so happy, like his. The shooter wasn't killing people now and stuff. And I, like, asked him, oh, hey, like, what's the date and time? And, like, his mood completely changed. He just got this, like, look of, like, terror on his face and started crying and just, like, ran.
A lot of people react to that when you talk to them, though.
It's true.
Yeah.
True. So then I started, like, thinking back to the dream. And, like, that guy always seemed like he was just actually kind of hanging out. Like, he wasn't actually a part of the dream. He was just, like, in my dream somehow, like, observing. But then, like, the next night I tried it again. This time, like, like Robert De Niro's character in Goodfellas, like, he's just kind of like, he's Irish, so he can't be a made man, but, like, everybody respects him.
Yeah.
He just kind of walks around everybody. And so, like, there was this big function and, like, all these, like, people, like, important people there. And, like, I was kind of that, like, Robert De Niro, like, going around to everybody. But then you were there. Like, other people that I know in real life were there. But, like, you were all doing things, like, annoy me. Like, not annoy me. You were all doing things to be very, like, disruptive and, like, embarrassing almost.
That does sound like me.
So, like, I kept trying to ask. At one point, I was trying to ask somebody, like, date and time. But, like, everybody I actually knew in real life that was in the dream just kept doing things that it seemed like they were trying to go out of their way to distract me from being able to say it.
Oh.
Then, night before last, the dream I had was me and you ran a collectible store. I told you about this place. And it was awesome. Like, I want money, we can open it. So I have, like, the whole thing in my head, like, mapped out. But in that dream, there was, like, so we had, like, a VHS rental system, too. So, like, the whole middle of the main lobby was VHS tapes. And people could rent them and stuff. So while there's like, and we just had people working for us, and then we kind of hung out behind the counter and just fucked off. And so at one point, this like family comes up to rent a couple movies, and I keep saying, like, I have to go ask them the date and time. And you just keep going, no, you don't.
You're gonna go fucking crazy with this date and time stuff.
And I'm like, no, I have to go ask them. And you just like kept sitting there going, no, you don't. No. So I was like, so now my dreams are putting like my friends in as like the people that are like preventing me from doing this.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy theory.
I think there's like a weird, real thing to this date and time bullshit that I saw.
I think the newspaper in Dayton's called the Date and Time.
It all goes back to Dayton. Should have known.
Yep. If we owned a store like that, though, I'd be so bad because I wouldn't want to sell anything.
Yeah.
We'd have to be like a museum. Like, come in and look at our stuff.
Well, so like,
I'm not selling you any of it.
the store was so like when you first walk in, the whole wall to the right, like all the way back, is like different candies from like all over the place, and like that, in Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
How like they go to the candy store and like the guy has like even like that ladder where you have to move it around to get.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Okay, I'll sell candy. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
just
so much
different
on candy.
candies, whatever. And then like I said, the whole middle is like a VHS rental section. And then you go back through like a opening, and there are vinyl records all around along the outside of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like 4 listening stations with headphones,
Oh,
and like, really nice chairs. And
they have that used Kids in Columbus. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure there was like it was so packed that day, and it's a tiny place. So.
Yeah, during the week.
But then if you go back on through, there's every video game console, and just stations where you can play the games, and then like back along the one wall is like collectibles, like toys and stuff, and then like trading cards, and then at the front we had like different little collectible
Get rich
things.
and do it, buddy.
It'd be awesome.
I'm no help. I'll hang out.
You start researching candies.
Okay, good.
I want hundreds of candies along this wall.
Skittles.
That's one.
That's it.
You got one. It's kind of like that. Have you ever been to the M&M store in New York?
No, I've never been to New York. New York City.
You can't imagine all the different M&Ms.
I mean, like yellow, blue, green.
Okay, you imagine 3 of them.
Brown.
Shit, there's 4.
That's all. That's it.
But yeah, so if anybody's out there, when you're about to sleep, just start dating time.
I've been doing that today when I lay down for my nap because I had to get up early to do that thing for Lily, and like I was dating time, but it doesn't work.
So one of the advice I've been giving to people is also like when you're doing that, also try to picture a specific shape that is a specific color, and like just envision it in your head the whole time while you're like repeating dating
like
time.
Like a purple stop sign that says date and time or something.
I wouldn't get specific with it saying anything, but
okay.
like a purple stop sign. Do that, and then in the dream, there's potential that you'll see that purple shape of some sort, and it'll trigger your subconscious to ask date and time.
All right.
So try it.
If I don't wake up, then it's your fault.
Freddie got you.
Yep. I watched that. The Freddie got me. I was in the bathtub watching the bathtub scene of Nightmare on Elm Street. Pretty cool. I mean, God, she's such a bad actress. Heather Langenkamp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like watching her run, I was like, oh, that's where they get the stupid run where they make fun of in all the other movies and just.
I mean, it's an 80s.
Yeah.
80s horror. You're not gonna get.
I mean, she's good for that movie. Just. I think I'm grown because I think I might like Freddy more than Jason now. I already got the Jason tattoo.
Yeah. Freddy's good.
They're different.
Like the first couple Freddy movies, like I like them all for the most part, but they do get very like I love the Wes Craven's New Nightmare, where it's kind of like
it's a movie, like they acknowledge that it's a movie, but then like actually
yeah.
I have that on VHS. I'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did you get? No, you didn't get. You showed me the Laserdisc collection.
Yeah.
So if anybody has $400, Joel needs $400 right now. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah. For a bunch of horror laser discs in Cincinnati.
Horror Laserdiscs, not horror Laserdiscs.
Yeah. Vince McMahon's like, I got it, pal.
I got all the horror Laserdiscs. Okay, yeah, I cannot get into Laserdisc collecting. I just can't.
You gotta get a player first.
Yeah, I mean, if I had $400 though, I would be like, yeah, if I can get all of those horror Laserdiscs, I will start the collection.
I know, like just the 6 or 7 showing are grails, and then what's behind that? Yeah.
You do have Nightmare on Elm Street on VHS now, don't you?
Yeah, he got to.
Did Santa bring you that?
We did.
Yeah, Santa.
I have Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 3, and New Nightmare.
I don't think we've talked about that yet. You ripped into that damn package.
Yeah.
Like, I had wrote funny things on it. I'd made it like a whole presentation. And you just started ripping. I forgot that, too.
Yeah.
Like,
I got excited.
Because then somebody, I think it popped up from last year where we did the video where I gave you your gifts and you just ripped into it.
I'm a ripper.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I rip it.
I was like, I completely forgot that he did that. Like, you're like a child.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, and I just ripped right into it. I appreciate it, though. Thank you.
You're welcome. I felt so bad that you found a copy you thought,
Yeah.
and it was the wrong tape inside the case. That is, of like, some movies that happens, you're just like, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But like that movie, that sucks.
That was a low point. But you fixed it.
I fixed it.
You fixed it.
That's what I do. I fix things.
You fixed me.
Plug holes.
Oh, you plugged my hole.
I need. What movie did I yesterday? Was like, I have to find that on VHS. It was something kind of obscure and weird. So I was like, I'll never find this.
Wayne's World?
No, that's not, I think I have one or two of those.
I found Wayne's World 2 last weekend. I was like, I see Wayne's World all the time. It's the first time I've ever seen Wayne's World 2.
I do want to find the original print, VHS print of the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Yeah. Would love that. It's quite expensive, unfortunately. Okay, well, you want to talk about our story?
Mystery.
Our mystery. I
was gonna say murder, but we don't know if it's.
We don't know yet. It's a current mystery.
Dude, this is the weirdest fucking story.
So we're gonna travel to Kansas City for this one, where just recently, on January 9th, actually, the bodies of 3 men were found frozen to death, seemingly.
Yeah.
In the backyard of 38-year-old Jordan Willis.
Their friend.
Yes. Jordan Willis is like he works from home, but he's like HIV immunization. Like he does something.
I didn't see what he did or anything like that.
He's like a research
guy.
I forget now, but yeah. So Clayton McGinney, 36, David Harrington, 37, and Ricky Johnson, 38, all went to the home of Jordan Willis on January 7th to watch the Chiefs play the Chargers.
Final game of the regular season.
Yeah. So according to Willis's attorney, after the game, sometime that night, Willis went to bed while the other 3 men and a 4th friend were still just hanging out.
See, I've heard reports where the homeowner said the guys left. And he went and slept on the couch.
Yeah, there's been conflicting.
There's so much stuff out there right
now. So it was around 29 degrees.
And then a 5th man that was at the party, 3, 4, the 3 that died, the homeowner, and another man said he left, and all 4 of them were still there watching Jeopardy.
Yeah. Yeah. So
there's lots of information.
I might have been there if there was Jeopardy being watched. So it was around 29 degrees that night. So the 4th friend, that guy came forward just yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
Here it was either yesterday or the day before. That guy came forward and said, hey, I was there too. He says that when he left, the other 3 men were still conscious. They were still there. They were fine. He's also said that despite what Willis has said, because Willis is now saying that, that 4th friend would have been the last to see them because he went to bed. So he's saying that guy would have been the last to see him. He's saying that's actually not true, that he was not the last one to see those 3 alive, which to me implies either he's saying Willis was awake and present when he left, or that there was a possible 6th person.
Yeah, at the party.
Present. So Willis worked from home the following 2 days. He says he had no idea that his friends were in his backyard frozen to death.
The cars were parked on the street.
Yeah, and he said that wasn't uncommon. He's like, they've been known to get. I guess if they've been drinking, maybe he thought that they had taken.
Yeah.
And then he has dogs, so everybody was like, well, how did he go 2 days without?
But he does have dogs.
Apparently, the dogs at the time were at his mom's house because he was in the process of moving out of that house.
Okay. One of the friends was found on the back porch.
Yeah, and the other 2 were kind of right off of the back porch, right? So Willis's attorney says that Willis did not receive any calls or texts from anyone looking for the 3 men.
And that's something that can be easily. Once detectives get his phone,
they could easily verify
even if he deletes it. There's because family members have said they texted him, they Facebook messaged him.
Yeah,
and
the attorney went on to say that there was a direct message sent to Willis on social media concerning one of the missing men, but that Willis didn't see it immediately. Is what he said. He's like, yeah, he did eventually see it.
Oh,
but not.
okay.
He also didn't notice when a couple of people had came over to look for the men. And he's saying that's because he was asleep, and when he sleeps, he wears headphones and has a loud fan.
Yeah.
So this guy, I don't know if this guy actually works from home as much as he just stays home.
Yeah.
So, he seems to
Avoids
sleep
people.
a lot. 2 of the 3 men's cars were still parked outside of Willis's house, like you said. But he says that even if he had seen the cars, he wouldn't have found it strange because that's happened before.
I mean, I feel like if someone's going to leave a car, like, hey, man, I'm getting a ride. My car's going to be out front.
Yeah. Willis says he didn't...
This is why I don't like to have friends. Because eventually 3 of them are just going to mysteriously end up dead at your house.
and then you're going to be in the spotlight.
Yep. I got you.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Willis says he didn't know his friends were dead in his backyard until police showed up.
See, I heard a report, too, that, like, one of the fiancé or something jumped the fence.
Okay. Clayton McGinney, his fiance had actually broken into Willis's basement, which then she was able to make her way to the back porch through that way. I think she's the one that found them, actually, called the police. Police came over. So that's when Willis says is first he knew this was like... So there were no signs of obvious violence. The Kansas City police captain has stated that it's not being treated as a triple homicide at this time.
Yeah, they're like, it's 100% not being investigated.
Yeah,
I was like, why would you say that?
Right.
Like, I don't know if they're trying to make someone feel like they're getting away with it.
They may
like
be
that
trying to make Willis feel...
using the press against whoever did this.
Yeah, or if they think Willis is involved, like by maybe saying, we're not looking at this triple homicide, he'll kind of let his guard down.
Yeah.
But authorities are waiting on autopsy and toxicology test results to come back.
When the families that come back said that none of them are drug users or anything. I mean, you're not... Smoking weed's one thing, but you're not going to smoke weed and go in the backyard and that doesn't seem cold enough to make someone
29
die.
degrees?
Yeah, it seems...
That's kind of what I thought.
I feel like you can make it through a night. And then also, like... I didn't see pictures. I've tried to look for pictures of the backyard, but like I saw they have a big privacy fence. But it's a 2-story house, which makes you think there's other 2-story houses around it. Like no one just looked out their window and...
Yeah, because there's a guy that had posted on Reddit, I think, and just to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I think he lives in Kansas City. He lives in that area, and he said they didn't have like big snowdrifts that time. Like it wasn't like
a couple weeks later during that playoff game, it was freezing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 29 degrees, 30 degrees. That just doesn't.
Yeah, they said at the time though there wasn't like snow that would have came in and covered them up.
Yeah.
So, family members of the victims, they don't believe that Willis is telling the whole truth. He's...
Well, according to him, they left through the front door. So, like, what? They went through the front door, then went around to the back?
He said that at one
That's
point?
what I saw. I went on YouTube and just watched a bunch of news reports.
Because I think he's...
Like, just
I
Kansas
think he's
City
changed
news,
the story a couple times.
And they said that, like, according to the one news report I saw, said that he's claiming that he walked through the door, they all left, he went and laid down on the couch, is what the one news report I saw.
So, no, of course that site can be reached. Yeah, he's changed his story a couple times now. His father insists that he didn't do anything wrong.
There's foul play here. There's 3 grown men. Don't just like you can get out of a backyard, even if like he's like you guys go in the backyard and like I was thinking like did they go? Was there like maybe a shed back there and that's where they had to go? Were they on drugs? Were they snorting something? They got some fentanyl. I mean,
let me see. Can I find a picture of the backyard?
They couldn't scream for help, pound on the door. I mean, just.
So it doesn't look like there's any pictures of the backyard.
But privacy fence is 6 foot, so I mean, you're gonna.
Oh, right there.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't really see a lot of neighbors.
Yeah.
So there's not.
Could have been.
But still, you could get through that fence, over that fence.
Yeah.
I mean, the gates. It has a gate. It has to have an opening.
So the fiance that broke into the basement, she was able to locate Clayton by tracking his phone's location. So he had his. I think he left it. I think the report said that the men had left their phones in the house.
What? Yeah, that's another thing. Like, these guys didn't have their phones on them for 2 days. So now they're saying the phones were inside the house.
So yeah, and so they apparently left their phones in the house and something else. So if this Jordan guy is walking around, I don't know, my friends are in my backyard dead, but their cell phones are all here.
Their cars are out front.
David,
they all take psychedelics and just.
David Harrington's mom said that when he was born, she had been airlifted to a hospital because he was in fetal distress. She was told that he would be born dead or brain damaged, but instead he came out perfect. So David Harrington, had kind of beat the odds being born, and then ended up being found dead in somebody's backyard years later. In 2022, David
random way
had saved a man's life. He pulled an elderly man and his dog out of a burning van.
Oh.
So David Harrington seems like a good dude. I checked all three guys. I found their Facebooks. Clayton McGinney seems like all three of these guys seem like your average, typical sports fan, just dudes, just normal dudes.
Yeah.
Clayton seemed to love the outdoors. His Facebook is mostly pictures of him and his significant other or his family, photos of his travels out in nature. His last Facebook post was on November 11th, 2023, where he announces that he was 31 days tobacco-free. David Harrington, his last Facebook post was made on October 7th. It's a shot of Arrowhead Stadium during a Chiefs game. Again, very normal-seeming dude, loves sports, loved cars, and just seemed like he had a good time hanging out with his buddies. Ricky Johnson, his last Facebook, at least all these are all public Facebook posts.
Yeah.
I don't know if they made other stuff.
Yeah. I think they all were childhood friends too, weren't they?
I think they all kind of
known each other since high school or whatever it is. I mean, they've been friends for a while.
Ricky Johnson's last Facebook post was November 4th, 2023. It was a photo of him and his daughter. Much like the other two, giant Chiefs fan. Most of his posts were Chiefs related. And he looks like just a dude that enjoyed life. You can never say just by looking at some of these pictures that if they are guys that would use
drugs.
Local speculation, though, and most national speculation, is centered on a lot of people are saying that the friends had to. The only possible explanation most people are saying is that the friends had to have been using coke, snorting coke and stuff, and that it was laced with fentanyl. Maybe they got really hot and went outside to cool off. And then the conditions...
Or maybe the homeowner didn't want any coke done inside the house. That's where they went to do it. Yeah, just went outside to do it.
But then, the freezing temperatures and the fentanyl combined caused them to pass out, and they freeze to death. So that's really all the information we have about this right now. Like I said, the cops are waiting on toxicology and autopsy reports to come back to see if there was what was in their systems at the time. That'll be very interesting to know. I still, though, if it was one guy, then you'd be like, okay, yes, he probably went out there, passed out, still kind of suspicious that you can go. I don't think I could go 2 days and not, if you were in my backyard dead, I think I would find you within 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't go.
We could definitely go 2 days without texting each other. So, that part doesn't.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, I think if I had friends over there, I would be like, I don't know. That's just when you text and be like, hey, thanks for coming over.
Something.
Good game. Slap butts, whatever.
I just don't see how three guys, what's his name? Clayton, I think. He seemed like a pretty fit dude. Like I said, he was a big outdoor guy.
Yeah, the one guy is real big, stocky. I mean,
there was a lot of pictures of him hiking.
That guy definitely looks like he could survive in 30-degree weather.
That's what a couple of them look like me. I'm like, yeah, I could be out, and
especially if you have a porch too, so you're kind of out of the wind a little bit.
So I just don't see how three of them pass out and freeze to death. That seems insane, just very unlikely to me. One doing it, I could see it. Three, that's crazy.
Yeah, or if they're in a garage with the car running, there's the fumes get to them there. Or, that's just so weird.
It does. That Jordan guy certainly seems very suspicious to me.
getting a lawyer.
If this is,
why do you need a lawyer if you don't?
Well,
I guess
I
you
always
can be
say
railroaded. Yeah.
I always say get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Even if you're the most innocent human being in life, just immediately lawyer up. But yeah, I don't know. I do think maybe that guy saying that, hey, contrary to what Will's saying, I wasn't the last one to see him alive.
Yeah.
So again, let's either saying Willis was there and present and not asleep like he said, or there was another person that, we haven't got that name yet. So I don't know.
More information will come out.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely keep up with this one. I don't know how long it takes toxicology reports and stuff to come back, but I'd say they're probably putting a rush on this.
Like I said, I have a pretty good idea what happened, but
so what's your theory?
My theory is those guys just misunderstood how to make snow angels.
So, just went at it for too long, huh? Or, yeah.
They're angels.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. You said you had a, how'd you phrase it?
Horrible, awful, tasteless.
Tasteless, that's the one. Yeah. It's a good one, though. I mean, as far as joke writing goes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll keep up with that, because I don't know how that happens.
So now the Chiefs are playing for them. They have a reason to play.
Yeah, like, if anybody did, like, if there was foul play, what a shitty, like, if you're all Chiefs fans, and one of them did something the other one's, like, what a shitty way to, like, let them watch the Chiefs win the Super Bowl first.
Like, it was one of those things where he hated one of them, but he couldn't just kill the one because that'd be too obvious, so because I saw that too, where, like, it was, like, relatives think that he drugged them all.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you drug people at your own house, though? Like, it's just...
It does seem like you would be, and then just put them in the backyard and be like, I don't know, I was asleep.
I mean, I'm a self-admitted space cadet, but same thing. I think I would notice, like, people in my backyard and cars on my... And I'd be like, especially after that first day. Like, sure, you wake up the next morning and it's still there, but then, like, 4 hours later, it's still there. Like, hey, dude, are you coming to get your car?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. Like, I can see me looking out and being, like, if I have not had a rager in quite a while. But let's say, like, I have
could you imagine 4 people coming over to your house?
Well, yeah, like, I have this, like, rager of a party.
Yeah.
Everybody's drinking pretty heavily. Waking up the next day and, like, 1 or 2 of their cars are out there. Yeah, I could see me being like, drunk bastard got a ride home.
Yeah.
Good. He didn't drive drunk.
Sure.
But then,
after a couple
at least
hours.
by, like, that evening, I'd be like, so was that my car now?
The next day, yeah.
Something.
Just give him shit about it.
But he says he never saw the cars. Is what he says.
How can you not look out a window for 2 days?
He's busy working and sleeping, apparently.
Yeah, earbuds and fans.
Yeah, which I understand the fan thing.
Sure. How do you sleep with the earbuds in, though?
I couldn't.
No,
I tried, because I tried to do the, where you listen to, like, motivation
Metallica.
thing. Or Metallica.
Yeah. Enter Sandman. That's all I listen to go to sleep.
That's good. Good call.
Thank you.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll keep up to date on that.
We're going to Kansas City.
What's
the temperatures tonight? I'm going to stay overnight. Wonder what they were found in.
Like
were
here?
Were they in jackets? Of course, we don't have that information.
We don't have that info.
I can't. There's no way you freeze to death in 30-degree weather. I can't. Maybe after, like, I don't know. I can't. It's one night of that.
So I'm looking to see what the weather forecast is. See if there's a night for you to try this. There's a swing out back. One of those. You can chill out there. Chill.
Oh! Can the dog come? Bentley? Is that his name?
Not Bentley. Beasley.
Fuck!
You son of a bitch. Bentley.
He's Bentley now. I knew it wasn't Bentley, but like I don't
have that kind of money. To be
I was like, maybe Josh
Bentley.
forgot the name too. So he'd be like, yeah, I think it is Bentley.
Yeah, it's Bailey maybe. I don't know. It looks like if you wait until where'd it go? Thursday night, I think.
Thursday night.
It's going to get down to about 29 degrees.
All right. 29 Thursday night, me and you are going to
28 degrees.
Stay outside and
Tuesday
see if
night.
we die or not. Tuesday night. Okay,
28
good.
degrees.
Good.
And a little bit of rain.
That's science. I mean, my cats can survive out there in that weather.
Yeah.
They're bigger than cats.
And are you trying to say cats are stronger than humans?
No. I just don't understand how someone freezes to death in 20-degree weather.
Yeah.
25, 30 degrees.
I'm definitely...
Maybe if you're like, you're soaking wet and you're out there in it, or you're already sick, maybe I don't I don't know.
So we'll find out. Like I said, once they get toxicology reports back,
It'll be an interesting story to follow.
we'll know if anything was in their system. That's really what everybody's waiting for. So I think that's about it for us. If you're watching the Rumble tonight, if you're listening to this on Saturday before the Rumble, enjoy it. Enjoy the NFL games Sunday.
3, 2, 1.
Is it the fucking
Don't they do that noise?
for what?
At
The
3,
Rumble.
2, 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the
it's
countdown.
annoying.
People love counting down.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, you let people count down? They're in.
They might just. Is it every 30 seconds after the first 2 or every 90? I can't
It's
remember.
supposed to be I think it's every 2 minutes.
Okay. I thought it was 2 minutes to start, and then it's like every minute or something.
I don't know.
They should just count down.
They've changed it.
Whatever it is, they should just count down from
Yeah.
159, 158. Just chant that the whole time.
If they put the number up on the screen, people would. So we got what? So Sundays the the conference games, and then the weekend after is the Pro Bowl,
Yep.
and then the weekend after that Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Pro Bowl.
So, yeah.
I will
football.
not. I will continue my streak of not watching
It's pretty
any
bad.
of it.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, it's real bad.
I just wish they did just bring back the quarterback competition.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Remember that game? That was like the best game.
Yeah.
Troy Aikman.
I don't remember playing on a video game, but I remember watching.
Oh,
it
did you never play the game?
Little things would go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like the balls had like the chalk on the tip.
Yeah.
So you could see like where it hit on the target.
We have that crazy video game thing now, right?
Yeah.
Where you can find like thousands in games.
Is it? There's a Troy Aikman game where they
It's
have a
on Super Nintendo.
Super Famicom on that.
Oh, is it
'Cause they
Famicom?
They can't say Nintendo. They get sued.
QB Club, NFL Quarterback Club. Yeah, NFL Quarterback Club
All right.
for
It has
Super
the
Nintendo.
those kind of competitions.
Yeah.
I remember like Cordell Stewart being really good in that, and
I forget who
they have like who could throw it the longest, and
They did one in '95 and one in '96, and then Troy Aikman has one too.
now they have dodgeball.
Yeah.
Which I've always said would be better off for their spouses to play. Because they all get domestic.
Coming in hot.
That's not fun.
Then Troy Aikman football is on Super Nintendo.
I did try to play some Troy Aikman football,
Yeah.
but I didn't see that on there.
Yeah, try to look for.
Every now and then I'll try to play some of these old football games, and I make it about one series, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But try out Quarterback Club. It's fun.
I will.
I forget who all the guys were. It was one of my favorite games as a kid. I played it all the time.
Hardball?
Maybe.
Yeah. Seems like he'd be on
NFL
there.
Quarterback Club.
Rasta.
Are you not giving me the fucking who's in it? What kind of Wikipedia is this?
No one knows.
Wikipedia.
Oh, wicka.
I can't believe you never played this.
If you donate to them, maybe that's why.
I have not. They ask me all the time.
I know. Donate $400 to them. No. All right, give it to me. I'll get those laser discs.
Okay, I would rather you.
I tricked you.
I would rather you get the laser discs.
Man.
It includes John Elway, Joe Montana, Brett Favre, and Troy Aikman, and then there's quite a few others.
Yeah, there's like.
But then there's you can play games, you can play the actual
Yeah,
games, so you don't have to just play the competition stuff.
Quarterback Club,
Yeah,
Super Nintendo.
it's one of the better in-game games too.
I think I remember out for the Sega too. Actually,
I think so. Yeah. All right. Well, you got anything else for this before we get out of here?
I didn't have anything when I
You
got
didn't have
here.
anything at all.
Well, that one joke about snow angels.
Yeah, glad you brought that. Glad you,
Hey, thanks. That's the first joke I've written in a while.
loved ones out there.
They're not listening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I like to say.
We gotta bring humor to it, okay?
I don't think yeah. I don't think that kind of humor.
Watch Saltburn. Watch The Passenger.
I'm gonna have to watch Saltburn.
Watch
soon, so
Beef.
stop
I watched
asking me about
Beef just because I saw where they won the Emmys for Best Actor and Actress. Beef was really good.
it.
Okay, that's it. That's all I got.
tried to. I watched the new Mission Impossible.
I couldn't get into it. I love Mission Impossible movies.
I love them. This one sucked.
Yeah, I could not get into it.
I quit watching after watching 2 hours of it.
Yeah.
And there was 40-some minutes left.
I couldn't even make that long. I think I probably made 40 minutes, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I thought I'd been watching it for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then it was.
I love Mission Impossible
I do
movies.
too. This one's bad.
Yeah, it's...
real bad. I'm so sick of the Tom Cruise takes the masks off and it's like every movie has to do
Yep.
it. I don't think we need it every movie.
He's the
Just
mask.
once, I thought it was going to be because so you at least saw the beginning where the guy shows up to make the delivery.
Yeah.
I really thought this was going to be the clever one, and like Tom Cruise, the bad guy was going to take off the Tom Cruise mask.
Ah.
Is what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we're going to change it up a bit. Nope, it's just Tom Cruise.
Why change it up?
Yeah.
You're making millions of dollars.
I did watch, last thing before we get out of here, as far as movie recommendations go, The Outpost. It's on Netflix, I think. It's like a war movie. Came out during COVID. It's got Legolas. Legolas, who played Legolas. Lando Bloom.
Oh.
Not Legolas. Legolas.
I don't know who Legolas is.
The archer from Lord of the Rings.
I've seen Lord of the Rings one time.
You should remember the name Legolas.
I should not.
You should.
Legolas
Awesome.
is Lieutenant Dan.
It's not.
Lieutenant Dan, you got your magic legs.
It's not Legolas. It's Lego Lass.
If you don't have Legos, man, what are you doing with your life?
It's He's a lass that has Legos.
Oh, he's not Lego less.
He's Lego Lass.
He's the Lego lass.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is pretty.
Mad Max kind of style.
Sure.
I don't know.
So, anyways, he's in it. It's got Scott Eastwood, Clint's son.
Okay.
It's so fucking good. So it's like based on a true story of this outpost that was just in the shittiest location of all time. Like there was
Chicago.
It was over, Middle East.
Oh.
And it's just surrounded by like mountains. Like
Uh-huh.
it's just sitting in like a valley, just surrounded by mountains. So constantly, fucking local local terrorist groups. What's the terrorist group over
ISIS?
No, before that.
Before ISIS.
That did 9/11.
Al-Qaeda?
Al-Qaeda.
I'm a terrorist expert!
They just keep just randomly, these dudes will just be chilling, going about their own day, and then all of a sudden machine gun fire will start.
All of a sudden, Allah Akbar.
And it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
They're just surrounded or whatever. So then, the final stand, basically the entire fucking Al-Qaeda comes in. And it's just brutal. The acting's amazing. The story is...
Is John Cena in it?
No.
Okay.
It's really good, though. For a war movie,
Yeah.
it's fucking good.
I saw where he was in some war movie I watched a preview for. But I think it was something where someone stepped on a mine and they can't take their foot off of it. Been a couple years ago. I
He's
don't
a
know.
weapon?
Never mind. Yep.
Where he sits on the toilet,
Oh, yeah, that's it.
and his bomb.
John Cena.
It's a good scene. Oh, is it the movie with him and Jackie Chan?
No, seriously, I don't know. There's something about where he's out. Pretty sure it was John Cena. It might not even been
He has a
I
new
don't know.
movie with Jackie Chan on Netflix.
He has
not Jackie. Is it Jackie Chan?
No, he has one coming to Prime where he's with Andrew Santino and
Yeah, where he's
Zac Efron. They have a friend they made
Yeah.
up and then they hire him to be the friend.
John Cena was on Andrew Santino's podcast talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good episode if you haven't seen it.
I kind of went back and looked to see if he did. I must have missed it because I like the Andrew Santino podcast.
Check out the one with Cena.
He's in Beef, Andrew Santino.
Yeah.
And also I didn't realize that he was on The Office.
Yeah.
Because he was the guy that rinsed the boat off Andy and smacks his hand and stuff.
Yeah, then he's also in Dickie, or in Dick, or what the fuck's the Little Dicky show?
Or maybe Dick's in him.
What's
Little
Little
Dicky, I
Dicky?
think. Is that what it's called?
Is that what yeah.
I watched the first season. I tried to get into season 2. And
He's in it. The new album's amazing.
Yeah.
Penis.
All right.
You listened to it yet?
Nope. I haven't listened to any of his
It's
music.
good. It's
Just
real
watched
good.
the show.
Oh yeah, and John Cena's in that Coyote versus Acme thing coming out, where
I
it's
haven't seen that.
a mix of live action and it's basically the Wile E. Coyote
Roadrunner.
is suing the Acme company,
All right.
and I think John Cena is the lawyer for Acme.
Oh, cool.
It looks
He's a good
hilarious.
actor.
Yeah, so let's get the fuck out of here.
All
We're just
right.
rambling at this
What are
point.
we doing?
What are our
Just
lives?
with our lives, what are we doing?
I'm drinking Rip It.
You're ripping it!
Tribute to the troops. Tribute to all those that lost their lives.
USA.
And The Outpost.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's on Netflix. All right. Bye.